And we will start the Public Works meeting. Call to order. Roll call. Alder Menzer. Here. Alder Bellinger. Here. Alder Borse. Here. Alder Rust. Present. Alder Decker is here. We will start out with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alrighty. We'll start for approval of minutes from August 25th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Motion was made by Rust, seconded by Bellinger. Any other discussion on those minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. Those are approved. Public comment. Do we have one here for public comment at all? That looks good. All right, go to number 6. Resolution number 90-25-26, Alderpersons Decker and Rust designating the city forester as the city's authorized representative for the purpose of Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, Wisconsin DNR urban forestry grants for calendar year 2026 and directing him to submit an urban forestry grant application. Director Curlin. Get you? Okay.
Okay, good.
Good.
All right. Yeah, I'm sitting in for Tim Bolt, City Forester tonight. And it works out because it's basically in one of our parks, Evergreen Park. So this is an annual urban forestry grant that the city is allowed to apply for. One of the things you need to do is you need to have a resolution. We're going through that right now. And then what we came up with for the grant that we want to apply for is basically a site assessment and planning. I think this committee's probably heard a little bit about, the storm that went through and, how it looks and things like that. So we're looking at a site assessment and planning. We're working with possibly Stantec or someone like Stantec, an environmental consultant. We're looking at the removal of ash trees. We have a lot of ash trees, and that's nothing to do with the storm. A lot of dead wood from the storm. So we're looking at removals of dead wood and dead dying trees. We're looking at a restoration plan. So restoring, some new trees back into place in areas. And then we're looking at removal and control of invasives. So we're going to want to those are basically our goals that would go into the grant. So it's not the whole park. The grant project can go up to $50,000. So this would be probably the biggest area that people see just off of Shaw Family Playground and then into the park from there on the other side of the park road to some degree. So it's kind of split up into different areas. But it's two of the nicer areas that we do have trails through. People do see easily through the road and walking the trails. So we're just looking for approval to do that tonight.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I think this is a good idea to get things started. I think, you have to start somewhere, and this is a good start on this. Any, Bellinger.
Thank you, Chairman. I have a question for the Deputy City Attorney. Why do we need to have a resolution to do something that this person, I would think, should do all the time anyway, every year, to apply for as many grants like this as possible? I guess my question is, could we write something or come up with something that just rolls over and renews? This seems fairly obvious to me that this is part of the job.
Yeah, I like that suggestion. It is part of their job to look for and apply for grants. And the city forester and the Department of Public Works does this as a matter of routine. Some grants require explicit resolutions for that grant period. And this is one of those. So that's why we see this every year. And it doesn't take a lot of staff time to deal with this because we just rely on past year's templates, basically. But in this case, the state of Wisconsin requires a specific resolution approving the grant for this grant cycle.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's made by Bellinger, seconded by Menzer. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. That is approved. Okay, number 7, resolution number 91-2526 by Decker and Rust, authorizing the appropriate city officials to enter into a contract for the demolition and associated site restoration of the city-owned property located at 930 North 8th Street and contiguous city-owned property to the west of the former hotel and restaurant to clear the land for future development. Bernie.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, this is the former Inn of Sheboygan and Fountain Park Family Restaurant Building.
Okay.
The developer has stated that he plans, or she plans to do a construction start perhaps in the spring of '26. So we've been preparing the building and getting it ready for demolition. In addition to the buildings that are there, there'll also be some work to clear the rest of that half block, if you will. The city owns the entire half block from the alley north to Ontario Avenue. There's some parking lots and things like that need to get taken care of. So essentially, we will, when the developer arrives in spring, the site will be demolished, clear of any improvements, and ready for them to begin. We included an additional alternate in the request for bids. Should there be an issue with development starting right away in the springtime, we would have the opportunity to exercise our right to ask the contractor to essentially topsoil, seed, and mulch the site so that it's completely dust-free for the summer months.
Okay.
So that's an alternate that would be added on at that time if need be. Okay. We issued the bids. Got a total of 9 bids. The lowest being from Scott's Excavating in Sheboygan Falls in the amount of $253,800. So that's what we are looking for tonight, is permission to contract for that work.
Okay, quick question for you. Any anticipation of any environmental concerns in any of the land there?
I have no knowledge of anything environmental there.
Okay.
For many years, it was a hotel on that site called the Festi Hotel.
Okay.
That was taken down, and this building was built in its place. There's a cleared area to the west of where the buildings are towards 9th Street. We don't know what might have been there at any given time.
Okay.
In fact, this includes some removal of some lead-based water laterals that the water utility, they were left in place.
Abandoned.
And the water utility requires that those be removed anytime, a site is touched.
Yeah.
So this work includes that.
Okay.
But I'm not aware of any other environmental.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Alder Bellinger.
Thank you, Chairman. Bernie, when would this work commence if we were to authorize this or pass this, and then it goes and gets passed by the council?
At this point in time, the contractor has told me he would commence work on or about October 7th or 9th.
And what kind of time frame? How long is this going to take?
His plan is to be out of there by December 15th.
Okay, thank you. I make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made by Alder Bellinger, seconded by Alder Borse. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. That is approved.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bernie. Tentative next meeting date, September 22nd, 2025. Seeing as we have exhausted the agenda, we're looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion made by Bellinger, seconded by Borse. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are adjourned.